All right, we are live. So we can go ahead and get started. All right, good morning, everybody. I guess it's good afternoon now. Good afternoon by 6 minutes. My name is Jamie Chavez. I'm the president and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for joining us today. And I'm chatting today with Brian Head, who is founder of the Chamber and strategic advisor of the Chamber, and heavily involved in a program that we're going to be talking about today. So welcome, Brian. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, we were talking about something cool today. At the gala this last April, I announced that we are launching a program called Leadership Westminster. And so I'm going to hand it over to you to tell us all about this program and how people can get signed up. But yeah, what is Leadership Westminster? What are we doing?
Yeah, good question. So this is something that has been a dream of ours since we started the Chamber. Bob Briggs was the founder of the Chamber, and when we were talking about what we wanted the Chamber to look like, we were talking about all kinds of different programs and things that we could implement, and realized that we kind of had to crawl before we walked and walk before we run. So really, this was something I wanted him to lead so that I could take advantage of it and learn all the things. And it just didn't make sense in the early years of the Chamber to launch it. So now, we're a decade and a half old as a Chamber, and we've got a great relationship with the city and our state legislators and things like that. So it made sense to go ahead and launch it now. And so what it's designed to be is a program for any citizen of Westminster. So there's some added benefit if you're a Chamber member, but you don't have to be a Chamber member to participate. And really, it's designed for people that want to get to know the community in a very in-depth, behind-the-scenes way. So you're going to learn about the Chamber itself and the business community. You're going to learn about the city. You're going to learn about public safety, public works, the counties, and how the city government itself operates, as well as our state legislature. And then the really exciting part is the capstone of the program. It's a 9-month program starting in September, ending in May. The capstone is a trip to DC to meet with our congressional offices out there. So it's really designed to give people insight into how the community works and how things come to fruition from concept to implementation, whether that's a business, an entrepreneur starting a business here, whether it's a city project or an improvement to one of our existing projects. This is going to give people real hands-on experience and access to the people that are making these decisions or making these changes in our community. It's set up as one Friday per month. We'll meet for 3 hours, one Friday per month. And then in between sessions, there will be homework assignments. So for example, with public safety, that's going to be our police, fire, dispatch, those folks. So the homework assignment that month for the class would be to do a ride along with police or fire or dispatch, that kind of thing. And then they'll report back to their classmates what they learned. So really, it's going to be a small group. We're limiting registration to just a small group so that we can provide a really in-depth level of access to folks. And in addition to getting the experience for themselves, they're going to be contributing to each other's learning as they go too. So really excited about it. The city has been wonderful as a partner. Jamie and I, we pitched this to Jody several months ago, and Jody's first response was, "I love it. Anything you need from us, you say the word and the city will be there." So that was really exciting. And the access that we're going to have to department leaders and folks within the city government that help make our community run is going to be just next level. And I'm really appreciative to the city for stepping up in that way.
Yeah, they really have been fantastic to work with, and they're going to provide a really good opportunity for folks with this program in partnership with us. But you've worked with leaders across many different industries. Who would you say that this program is particularly tailored to, or who should apply?
I think it could benefit anybody. I think if you're somebody that's lived in the community for a long time and you just want a more in-depth look, maybe you're, even somebody like a retiree that may be looking to get involved on one of the city's boards or commissions or something like that, all the way down to somebody that's thinking about starting a business here. Maybe you have a business here. maybe you're thinking of running for office at some point, or serving in some other leadership capacity. Maybe you've got a nonprofit that serves the community. So I really think there's something in it for everybody. And the way that we've designed it and the way that we're kind of accepting applicants is to try to get a breadth of experiences within our community, so that everybody, it's not just, you're not just going to sit in a classroom and be talked to. This is going to be interactive, and everybody's going to contribute to everybody else's learning. And so that's where I think just having that breadth of experiences within the class is going to be huge.
Yeah. Okay, and what about cost of the program? And did you talk about the trip?
I mentioned it briefly. So the cost of the program is it's $1,800. That can be paid monthly over the year. So that's $150 a month, and that includes the travel to DC, the flight and the hotel. So any additional expenses, food or sites would be on the person. But as far as the flight and hotel to DC, that's included in the tuition of the course. So we try to get it as low as possible. To include that. And the reason that's included is just so everybody can travel together and we can have a cohesive group there. So, and then really this is not a money maker for the chamber. It's a service that we're trying to provide to develop the next generation of leaders and really empower folks who want to make an impact in the community to do so.
All right, awesome. And why do you think it's important for leaders here in Westminster to understand like how local government, nonprofits, education, and businesses all work together?
I think a couple reasons. If you've ever heard me at any of our events since we started this thing, I always say that we started the chamber because we looked at Westminster and we saw 5 zip codes, 3 school districts, 2 counties, and a city that is geographically and socioeconomically very diverse. And so we needed an entity which became the chamber to bring people together. And I think when you look more broadly at the state of Colorado, the things that are happening in Westminster impact the entire region, not just our community. We're not just a bedroom community where people are commuting to Denver or Boulder to work. We really are a hub of some really innovative companies and some really interesting things happening across the Front Range originate in Westminster. So I think the benefit to folks is they're going to be able to learn about a lot of those things. But I think the importance of this program is just really exposing people to the breadth of what's possible in Westminster and what it means to be an impactful member of the community, and trying to equip people with the tools and maybe more importantly, the contacts and the network to get done what they want to in the community.
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited about the program. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for folks. Is there anything else we didn't touch on that you'd like people to know?
I think the main thing is apply. Like I said, we're limiting it to a small group. So if this isn't the year, then maybe next year is. But we're really looking forward to getting a high caliber class going. This is starting in September, so your deadline is coming up quickly. I think we're cutting off applications September 1st. So get those in the next few days. If anybody has any questions or wants to reach out to me, they're welcome to. You can call or text me 720-236-5235, or message me on social media or email. I'd be happy to take questions from folks.
All right. Well, thanks so much for telling everybody a little bit about the program. If it sounds like something that you're interested in, reach out. We would love to have your application. The Leadership Westminster program isn't just about becoming a better leader at work. It's going to be really focused on being a better and stronger leader for our entire community. So if you're considering it, have questions, feel free to reach out. We'd love to chat. All right. Well, thanks for joining me.
Thanks. See ya.
All right. Everyone have a good rest of your week. Bye.